ここでもいいですよ。はい。
それでは4つ目のセッションに移っていきたいと思います。4つ目は台湾から蔡さんが How2 B-Taiwan OpenAI についてお話しいただきます。では蔡さんよろしくお願いします。
はい、ありがとうございます。私は蔡さん。私は蔡です。ちょっと待ってください。私の名前は漢字で、ちょっと、違う。違う。ちょっと問題がある。レストページ。自分の紹介のページ。失礼します。セカンドページ、つけますか？つかないですか？はい。
赤がバックで。
はい。OK。So、ここで、今、私の日本語でスライドを作るか。でも私は英語で発表します。でも私の自己紹介は日本語で作ります。私は最下位です。最下位じゃない。だから私は最強の civic のコミュニティを参加する。GovZero のコミュニティは台湾の一番大きいのcivic のコミュニティ。台湾で今私は台湾大学法律専攻大学院生3年生です。今私はResearch Assistant をします。ガゼロの関係者です。今 vTaiwan の参加します。Okay, I will turn into the English mode. Okay. So what is vTaiwan? So vTaiwan is it was originally started from the Sunflower movement. I know everybody maybe know about that. So in 2014, a lot of students, a lot of people who cares about the social issues, they occupied the legislative yuan, they occupied the Gokai in Taiwan, and then they starting these kind of like social movements. And for all these social movements, it actually marks that people can really change the community, can really the people, the energy and the power of the community can really change the whole society. So for the people, it was a very inspiring moment. But for the government knows that it must have some new ways, 新しいの方 to change to do the discussions and do the decision making of the whole society. So that is why the governments, the representative of the government, come to the GovZero community and then creating the platform called vTaiwan. So vTaiwan is basically a digital discussion platform for the government to collect information and to doing discussions among the citizens. So how do we do the vTaiwan? So it is just like that. So if people have their own issues, have their own problems in their mind, they can visit vTaiwan community, and vTaiwan community will help them collecting the information, collecting these opinions, and then we will trying to making some convergence from these kind of opinions, and these process will repeat again, and then finally when all the opinions is being dealt with, and then we will find out the draft. So this draft is going to be very responsive to the opinion of the people, so that after you draft the law, you can put it to the legislature, you can put it to the government agencies and make it to the law. Okay. So in vTaiwan, we actually take a very unique structure. So unlike the institution that have a very fixed position that everybody needs to contribute something, in vTaiwan, it's kind of like a very open culture. People, no matter where you are, no matter where you are from, no matter what you do, you can actually participate into the vTaiwan community. And then there's different levels of participation. And no matter which level you are, you're going to contribute to the vTaiwan community and also contribute to these kind of discussions. Okay, so after the introduction of the vTaiwan community, let's talk about the OpenAI. Why vTaiwan have something to do with OpenAI? So people know that OpenAI right now is getting famous because of the some issues brought by the Sam Altman, the leader of the OpenAI, right? So why vTaiwan have something to do with these famous company? So in in March of this year, the OpenAI released this project. It was called the Democratic Input into AI. So basically, this project wants to ask for 10 different teams from all over the world to provide the innovative ideas to trying to add the democracies into the AI development. So in these projects, vTaiwan is also being invited, and we actually cooperating with the Chatham House in United Kingdom to get the grant. And finally, I think we are lucky enough to receive the grant, and we are only the 10 teams out of 800 teams around the world. And also, we are the only one that have Taiwanese in our team. So we are 一つだけ台湾人参加するチームです。So what do we want to do in these projects? We want to use the vTaiwan community's power, and we want to use the vTaiwan process to make the decision-making of the artificial intelligence be more inclusive, include more opinion from different kinds of stakeholders, and using these kind of vTaiwan things. And these things is actually fitting to the trends of governance of AI and also the regulation of AI. Like in the United States, they have a very prominent institutions talk about the AI risk management, which is the NIST, National Institute of Standard and Technology. He says that AI must be governed by the different kinds of stakeholder, and their opinion of the stakeholder must be included into the development of AI. But people will definitely have some questions about our project, like, okay, so you are going to say you are going to cooperate with OpenAI. Is these kind of big companies going to be with you, or they are just open washing? They are just doing some service act. They are doing some service actions to covering some bad things, covering some evil things that the companies wants to do. So what we want to do is that we want to involve OpenAI, involve these whole companies into the discussions. So we actually asked the project manager, we actually asked the inner member of the OpenAI to participate in our discussions. And also, we also publish these kind of data and release it to the public using open source, make it open so that everybody who wants to use the data can also resort to us to get the data. Yeah. Okay, so how do we do vTaiwan in this case? So first of all, we need to set up the question. And then we need to collect the information, collect the opinion, and then finally we're going to do a citizen assembly. And then after we do the citizen assembly and also collecting the information, we can do the analyzation of the data. Then also we can, after we analyze all the data, we can finish our report. So the issue we're going to talk about is these. So basically, it says that when it concerns the human rights issues in AI, like LGBTQ or gender problems and issues, do AI need to need to change the replies of the or generation of the AI results due to the change and difference of different kinds of area. So this is a very huge issue, so that we add a lot of different opinions into that. And what is critical here is that we need to maintain the proficiency, but also maintain the openness. So that we create 30 kinds of different opinions at first, and then we ask people to add their own opinion and also vote to agree or disagree to our opinion. And finally, we received over 4,500 votes, and also we collecting 45 different new opinions, because originally we have 30, but right now we have 75. So we also have 45 new opinions coming up. And after that, we are going to have a citizen assembly. So this is actually me pointing something during the citizen assembly. So this is an organizer of Taiwan's community to organize these kind of citizen assembly. So, and also we also have plenty of people from different kinds of view and different stakeholders, like this one, So like the ones in the back, like this one is from Aboriginal community. This one is from new immigrant community. Also the one is from the gender issues community. So we actually trying to include as many different kinds of stakeholders possible in our project. And also we participate, we also generate these kind of English transcripts. So if you don't know, if you want to understand more about our project, you can also scan the QR code here. The QR code actually links to the English transcript of the Citizen Assembly that we had in September 24th. Okay, after we do these kind of things, then we finally can analyze our data and then make our report. So our report is in cooperation with United Kingdom folks, United Kingdom colleagues, and then we finish our report. So if you scan the QR code here, you can also get the link into our report directly. So after that, we are going to OpenAI directly. So basically, OpenAI, after they release the projects, they asked us to gather in San Francisco, gathering into OpenAI's headquarters to enjoy interactions and conversation and discussions with different teams from all over the world, but also with the OpenAI members and OpenAI employees. So we going to San Francisco, and before we enter into the OpenAI's headquarters, we also had some discussions with the GovZero community in Silicon Valley. So we actually have a GovZero community in Silicon Valley. It is just like we have a Code for Japan community in Taipei, like that. So we actually had these kind of discussions in Stanford University. This is actually the most famous restaurant in Stanford University. And then afterwards, we are going to have a oral presentation about our project in OpenAI's office. And since it is like a demo day, which means that 10 different teams are actually showing their views of the demo days, but also we trying to make it open instead of covering up all the information. So we also made an English record of the demo day. So if you are interested about other different teams' projects about how to democratize AI, you can also scan the QR code here to get the link of that. And besides, we are having the demo day to demo our projects. We also had a chance to host a little workshop to have little discussions of OpenAI's folks and the members like that in the OpenAI's office. So people might be very familiar with these photos because these photos suddenly got famous this week. So the office is actually the same office we are sharing in our project. We are visiting actually. So San Open, it was reported that San Open was taking the selfie like this. And actually, what he seats on the sofa is actually what we seated to have discussions with other members in the OpenAI headquarters. And also, we also gave our posters to the OpenAI project managers, Teddy Lee. So Teddy Lee is actually Taiwanese, but also working in OpenAI like that. So this is actually a very good group photos from all over the world to participating into the OpenAI event. And after the event, we also had a very precious chance to have a dinner with OpenAI's engineer. So OpenAI's engineer is here, and he originally worked in Facebook, works in Meta, and his wife also works in Meta. That is why they met together. And because the day we met in the OpenAI is Mid-Autumn Festival in Taiwan, so we had a very good dinner in the Chinese restaurant. I think it is actually the most famous Chinese restaurants in San Francisco. So basically, along all these kind of journey, a very long journey and also very busy journey, there's a lot of people to be thanked. So we have to thank all the partners and all of our teammates to make it these kind of things become true. Like Shu Yang is based in London, but for this project, she fly back to Taiwan to host and participating to the event. And also we have Josh from Zurich, Switzerland, so that he actually helped translating all the transcript into the English to make people be more understand. And also we have different kinds of people like Eli. Eli is a sociology student who's actually participating in the community in these projects. So right now, if you want to have more understanding about the vTaiwan, you can also reach out with us through the email like that. And if you want to reach out to me as well, you can also use the mail here. And also right now, we also have an online workshop, online meetup in every week. So our online meetup is in Wednesday. So Wednesday night, 7 o'clock to 9 p.m. we have these kind of online meetup. And if you want to join the GovZero Slack, you can just join our Slack. And right now we are actually working on different kinds of projects. Like right now, Taiwan is going to, I'm not sure if Japan doing, but I know Taiwan is going to release the AI basic law recently. So we are going to have the discussions, bottom-up discussions of that. And also right now, Taiwan's courts is actually using trying to use the artificial intelligence, like a generative AI, to generate the criminal verdict. So we are going to discuss this with some NGOs to discuss whether it is actually okay or is there be any kind of problematic things happen about using these kind of AI things into the criminal verdict. And after all of that, I have to mention that vTaiwan is actually part of the Gov0 community. So I'm also here to represent Gov0, to not represent, but to participate in COP for Japan Summit. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be in COP Japan Summit here. And also I want to give you guys is that right now we are also starting another summit. So Gov0 Summit 2024 is also 投稿を募集しています。だからよければ登録投稿です。ありがとうございます。私の発表は終了です。